Be me, 28 years old working as a software developer, living that corporate life, debugging code and pretending I understand what product managers want. Friday afternoon, and I'm in this absolutely brutal sprint planning meeting. Project manager is going on about velocity and burn down charts like anyone cares. Trying to stay awake by scrolling through my phone under the table. Get a text from unknown number. Hey, I think we matched on that dating app. Want to grab coffee sometime? Don't remember matching with anyone recently, but okay. Type back quickly because the meeting is dragging. Sure, sounds good. I'm usually free on weekends. Autocorrect decides to ruin my life. Phone changes. Sure, to Soulmate. Message now reads, Soulmate, sounds good. I'm usually free on weekends. Notice it immediately and send correction. Sorry, autocorrect. I meant sure. Too late, damage is done. She responds, OMG, you feel it too? I knew there was something special about your profile. What? Try to explain it was a typo. No, seriously, my phone auto-corrected. I meant to say sure. You don't have to be shy about it. I believe in signs from the universe. It's literally just autocorrect, not the universe. The universe works in mysterious ways, even through technology. This woman is insane. She sends me her number properly and suggests meeting tomorrow. Against my better judgment, I agree because honestly my dating life is a wasteland. Her name is apparently Claire, and she's 27. Spends the rest of the day overthinking this entire situation. My roommate comes home and I explain what happened. Dude, you accidentally called a stranger your soulmate. I know, I tried to correct it, but she thinks it's fate. That's either really cute or really concerning. Leaning toward concerning. Well, you're going anyway, so might as well see what happens. Fair point. Saturday morning and I'm getting ready for this coffee date. Debating whether to bring up the typo again or just let it slide. Decide to just see how it goes and clarify if needed. Get to the coffee shop and she's already there. She's actually really pretty. Dark hair, glasses, wearing a Cowboy Bebop shirt. Okay, anime fan, that's a point in her favor. Sit down and she immediately smiles way too big. So, soulmate, what do you usually order here? Can we address the elephant in the room real quick? That you called me your soulmate? I think it's sweet. It was autocorrect. My phone has been doing weird things lately. Or maybe your subconscious was speaking through your phone. That's not how phones work. That's not how you think phones work. This is going to be a long coffee date. We order drinks, and she starts asking me questions. Turns out she's a graphic designer, works from home, super into anime and manga. So, what are you watching right now? Just finished rewatching Steins Gate for like the 5th time. Her eyes light up. That's my favorite anime. The way they handle time travel and causality is perfect. Right? Way better than most time travel stories. See, this is what I mean. We're clearly meant to connect. Or we just have similar taste in anime. Same thing. Definitely not the same thing. She's relentless about this soulmate angle. Every time we find common ground, she acts like it's cosmic intervention. You also like coffee? Signs. You prefer winter over summer? More signs. You think Inception is overrated? Undeniable proof. Lots of people think Inception is overrated, Claire. But we both think it at the same time in the same coffee shop. That's called a coincidence. Coincidence is just fate with commitment issues. Despite her being absolutely ridiculous about the soulmate thing, I'm having fun. She's funny and smart and can actually hold a conversation about things I care about. We end up talking for 3 hours. Walk out of the coffee shop and she turns to me. So, second date? You're assuming there's going to be a second date? The universe doesn't give us typos for no reason. The universe doesn't care about my autocorrect settings. Agree to disagree. How about dinner next weekend? You're not going to let this soulmate thing go, are you? Not even a little bit. Fine, dinner next weekend. Perfect. It's a soulmate date. It's just a date. That's what all soulmates say at first. Walk away wondering what I've gotten myself into. Spend the week texting Claire, and she's actually pretty cool when she's not being weird about destiny. Send her a meme about coding and she sends back one about design. See? We even speak the same meme language. That's just millennials. Claire. Millennial soulmates. You're impossible. Impossibly meant to be. I'm blocking you. No, you're not, soulmate. She's right, I'm not. My coworker notices I'm texting someone during lunch. New girlfriend? Not exactly. Met a girl who thinks we're soulmates because of a typo. That's the weirdest meet cute I've ever heard. It's not a meet cute. It's a meet concerning. You're still seeing her again, though. Unfortunately, yes. Then it's a meet cute. Everyone's a relationship expert suddenly. Second date is at this Italian place she picked. Show up and she's wearing a Studio Ghibli shirt this time. Nice shirt, Spirited Away. You recognize it. More proof. It's literally one of the most popular anime movies ever made. But you knew it immediately. So would anyone with eyes and basic cultural literacy. Why do you fight fate so hard? Because fate is a construct, and I believe in free will. Philosophical debates already. We're moving fast. Dinner is actually really good, and she's easier to talk to this time. She tells me about a client who wanted Comic Sans on a professional website. I told them Comic Sans is a crime against design. What did they say? That the customer is always right, so now there's a business website in Comic Sans. That's the saddest thing I've heard all week. I know, I cried a little. She tells me about her family and how they think she's too picky about dating. My mom keeps setting me up with random guys. How's that going? Terribly. Last one talked about his car for 40 minutes. What kind of car? I don't know. I stopped listening after minute 5. Fair. Date is going well until dessert arrives. She gets the serious look. Can I tell you something? Should I be worried? No, it's just, I know I joke about the soulmate thing a lot. You don't say. But I do actually think there's something here. Not because of the typo, but because you're actually interesting. That's surprisingly normal of you to say. Don't get used to it. I'm still going to call you soulmate. Of course you are. But maybe you could just tolerate it as my quirk? Everyone's got quirks. Yours is just weirder than most. Is that a yes? That's a I'll consider not running away screaming. I'll take it. End up walking around the city after dinner. She points out cool architecture and design elements I never notice. See that building? The symmetry is perfect. I just see a building. That's because you're a heathen. I write code, not design buildings. Complementary skills. We'd make a great team. You're really committed to this bit. It's not a bit. Well, mostly not a bit. Month of dating and she's still calling me soulmate. My friends think it's hilarious. How's your cosmic destiny going? She made me watch Your Name last night. The anime movie about soulmates? She said it was research. That's actually kind of cute. It's psychological warfare. Invite her to game night with my friends. We're playing Smash Bros and she picks Kirby. Kirby? Really? What's wrong with Kirby? Nothing if you're 5 years old. Kirby is a valid tactical choice. Kirby is a pink blob that's about to destroy you. She actually wins 3 matches in a row. My friends are stunned. How are you this good? I have 3 younger brothers. We played this constantly. You never mentioned brothers. You never asked. What else haven't you mentioned? Lots of things. I'm mysterious. You're about as mysterious as a neon sign. Rude. Between matches, she's arguing with my friend Dave about Zelda timeline theory. Breath of the Wild clearly takes place in the Downfall timeline. No way. It's definitely Convergence timeline. Convergence isn't canon, it's fan theory. Everything is fan theory until Nintendo confirms it. Nintendo will never confirm anything. They thrive on chaos. Exactly my point. Watch them argue for 20 minutes straight. My roommate leans over. She fits in. Yeah. You going to keep her? Planning on it. Good. She's the first one who's actually cool. Fair assessment. Later we're playing Mario Kart, and she blue shells me on the last lap. That was personal. That was strategy. That was betrayal. All's fair in love and Mario Kart. We're in love. Figure of speech. Sure it was. Shut up and drive. End of the night, and my friends approve. She's got good taste in anime, destroys at Smash Bros, and can argue Zelda lore. Keep her. That's the plan. Also, she looks at you like you hung the moon. She does not. Dude, she absolutely does. You're seeing things. I'm seeing you be oblivious. Maybe they're right. Claire starts leaving little notes in my apartment when she visits. Find one in my coffee mug. Good morning, soulmate. One in my laptop bag. Debug your code, not our destiny. One in my shower. Even soulmates need to shower separately. Probably. You're leaving notes everywhere now? Just reminding you of the inevitable. The inevitable? Us being together forever because of autocorrect. That's not how anything works. But it's how we work. Can't even argue with that logic. Work gets stressful, and I'm pulling late nights. One project has me debugging the same issue for 3 days straight. This code was written by someone who hates future developers. Maybe past you hates present you. I didn't write this. This is Johnson's code and it's garbage. Tell Johnson his code is garbage. I can't tell Johnson his code is garbage. He's senior developer. So, bad code is bad code regardless of seniority. That's not how corporate hierarchy works. That's exactly the problem with corporate hierarchy. You're not helping. I'm being morally supportive. She orders food and makes me take a break. You've been staring at that screen for 6 hours. I'm close to figuring it out. You're close to going insane. Same thing. Eat, break, then back to code. Fine. We eat Thai food on the couch, and she tells me about her day. Client wanted her to make a logo that was more purple, but also less purple. How is that possible? It's not. But clients don't understand color theory. Did you explain color theory? I tried. They said it was too complicated. So what did you do? Made it slightly different and charged them for revision hours. That's evil. That's business. I love it. After food, I go back to debugging and figure it out in 10 minutes. How did you do that? Fresh eyes. Also, your moral support worked. Told you. Don't get smug. Too late. 3 months in and I meet her friends. They all know about the Typo story. So you're the Soulmate guy? I'm the victim of autocorrect, yes. Claire talks about you constantly. It's kind of annoying. She talks about me? Dude, she's obsessed. In a healthy way mostly. Define mostly. She made a spreadsheet of your compatible interests. Of course she did. Claire overhears and grins. It was for science. Science doesn't require spreadsheets about my video game preferences. Good science does. Her friends are cool though, bunch of design and art people. They're roasting each other constantly. Remember when you designed that logo that looked like a deformed giraffe? It was abstract. It was terrible. At least I didn't put gradient text on everything like some people. Gradients were in that year. I fit in surprisingly well. They ask about my job, and I explain what I do. So you just stare at code all day? Basically, yeah. Sometimes the code stares back. That's dark. That's programming. Her friend Jen pulls me aside later. She's happy with you. Yeah? Yeah. She dated this guy for 2 years who never got her. Got her how? Got her weirdness, her energy. The soulmate thing is actually tame compared to her usual chaos. What kind of chaos? She once rearranged her entire apartment at 3 a.m. because the energy felt wrong. That's concerning. That's Claire, but you seem to handle it. I try. That's all anyone can do. Good to know I'm not the only one who finds her insane. We leave and she's practically skipping. They liked you. How can you tell? Jen talked to you privately. That's her approval process. She told me you rearranged your apartment at 3 a.m. The energy was wrong. The energy, yes, was wrong. Correct. You're insane. You love it. Maybe. Definitely. 6 months in and the soulmate thing has just become part of our dynamic. She still calls me that, but now it's more affectionate than weird. Morning, soulmate. Morning, crazy person. Rude but accurate. We're at this farmer's market on a Sunday because she wanted fresh vegetables for some recipe. Why can't we just go to a regular grocery store? Because this is an experience. We're making memories. We could make memories with less walking. You're 28, not 88. My knees disagree. She drags me to every stall, testing samples, chatting with vendors like she knows them. Woman sells handmade soaps, and Claire buys 6 different kinds. We don't need 6 soaps. They're artisanal. They're soap. You're missing the point. What is the point? Supporting local businesses, and also they smell like lavender. That's 2 points. I'm complex. We end up at this honey stand, and she's asking the beekeeper about the extraction process. So you're saying the bees essentially make this as a byproduct of their survival mechanism? Basically, yeah. They store it for winter. That's fascinating. We're literally eating their emergency rations. When you put it that way, it sounds bad. No, it's beautiful. Humans and bees in symbiotic exchange. The beekeeper looks at me like, help me out here. She's always like this. Passionate about things? Passionate about overthinking things. I heard that. You were meant to. Buy 3 jars of honey we definitely don't need. Walking back to the car, and she's swinging the bag of vegetables. This was fun. You had fun. I had exercise. You need exercise. You sit at a computer all day. Exactly. So weekends should be for sitting. Sitting is how people die early. Moving is also how people die. Ever heard of accidents? That's the darkest thing you've said today. It's only noon. Fair point. My mom calls and asks about my dating life. Are you seeing anyone? Yeah, met someone a few months ago. That's wonderful. How did you meet? It's complicated. Everything with you is complicated. I accidentally called her my soulmate via text message. Long silence. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard. I know. But you're still together? She won't let me forget it. Sounds like she's smart. She's something. When do I get to meet her? You want to meet her? Of course I want to meet the woman who trapped you with a typo. She didn't trap me. It's mutual. Mostly. Bring her to dinner next Sunday. I'll ask her. Don't ask. Tell her. I'm your mother. She should want to meet me. That's not how that works. It's exactly how that works. Hang up and immediately text Claire. My mom wants to meet you. When? Next Sunday. That's fast. We've only been dating 6 months. You call me soulmate daily, but meeting my mom is too fast? Those are different commitment levels. How? One is romantic hyperbole, the other is family integration. They're both serious. Fine. I'll meet your mom, but if she hates me, I'm blaming you. She won't hate you. You don't know that. She already thinks you're smart for trapping me. I didn't trap you. That's what she said. Your family sounds fun. There's something. Sunday dinner at my parents' house and Claire is nervous. What if I say something weird? You always say something weird. Not helping. Just be yourself. She'll love you. You don't know that. I know my mom. She's going to ask you a million questions and pretend she's not interrogating you. That's terrifying. Welcome to my childhood. Walk in and my mom hugs Claire immediately. You must be the soulmate. That's me. Guilty as charged. I love how you just own it. Come in, dinner's almost ready. My dad is in the living room watching some documentary about submarines. Dad, this is Claire. He looks up, nods. The typo girl. The typo woman, technically. Fair correction, you work in design? Graphic design, yeah. Make good money? Dad. What? It's a valid question. It's rude. It's practical. Claire laughs. I do okay. Enough to afford rent and too many art supplies. Sounds about right. He goes back to his documentary. He likes you. How can you tell? He asked a question. That's his version of interest. Dinner is pot roast, and my mom asked Claire about everything. Where she grew up, where she went to school, what her parents do if she wants kids someday. Mom, this isn't an interview. I'm just getting to know her. You're interrogating her. Same thing. Claire handles it perfectly. Answers everything honestly, but with humor. So you really believed the typo was fate? I mean, it got us here, didn't it? That's one way to look at it. I'm an optimist, glass half full, universe conspiring in my favor, all that. And what do you see long term, with my son? Mom. What? It's a reasonable question. It's been 6 months. 6 months is enough to know. Claire looks at me, then back at my mom. Honestly, I think he's it for me, even if he fights the soulmate label. My mom smiles. I like her. You should keep this one. Planning on it. Good. Don't screw it up. Thanks for the vote of confidence. After dinner, Claire helps with dishes, despite my mom protesting. You're a guest. You don't need to help. I grew up helping with dishes. It's automatic at this point. Well, I appreciate it. They're talking about something and laughing. My dad pulls me aside. She's good for you. Yeah. Yeah, you seem less miserable. I wasn't miserable before. You were definitely miserable before. That's your professional dad opinion? That's my observational dad fact. Well, thanks. Don't screw it up. That's the second time someone's told me that tonight. Then it must be important. Driving home and Claire is smiling. Your parents are great. They're something. Your dad barely talks, but when he does, it's perfect. That's his thing, strategic silence. And your mom is lovely, intense, but lovely. She liked you. How can you tell? She asked about long-term plans. She only does that if she approves. Well, I meant what I said. About me being it for you. Yeah, even with my constant soulmate mockery. Especially because of that. You're weird, says the woman who believes in phone-based destiny. Touché. Even my mom is against me. Claire gets invited to do a gallery showing of her design work. She's stressed about it for weeks. What if no one shows up? People will show up. What if they hate everything? They won't hate everything. What if they're just being polite? Then you'll never know and can assume they loved it. That's terrible logic. But it works. She makes me look at every piece 100 times. Does this one feel too derivative? Derivative of what? I don't know. Itself? That's not possible. Everything has been done before. What if I'm just repeating what's already been said visually? Then you're saying it in your way, which makes it different. You're just trying to make me feel better. Is it working? A little. Week before the show, she has a complete meltdown. Find her at 2 a.m. staring at her laptop. What are you doing? Redesigning everything. You're not redesigning everything. This piece doesn't work. It's all wrong. It worked yesterday. Yesterday I was delusional. And today? Today I'm realistic. Today you're spiraling. Come to bed. I can't. I have to fix this. Claire, the show is in 6 days. You can't redesign everything. Watch me. Have to physically remove her from the computer. You're going to sleep. I'm going to fail. You're going to be amazing and everyone will love it. And you'll see I was right. What if you're wrong? Then I'll buy you ice cream and tell you everyone else was wrong. That's weirdly comforting. I have my moments. Opening night of her show, and I'm there in a button-up shirt trying to look artsy. Her work is actually incredible. Didn't realize how talented she was. Bunch of poster designs, logo concepts, some digital paintings. There's this one series about isolation in modern cities that hits different. These are really good. You're just saying that because I'm your soulmate. I'm saying it because it's true. The soulmate thing is separate, but related. Not related. Definitely related. Her friends show up and they're all dressed in black like they coordinated. Is this an art show or a funeral? Art shows are basically funerals for our old selves. That's pretentious even for you, Marcus. Marcus does sculpture and takes himself way too seriously. Pretentious is a word people use when they don't understand depth. Depth is a word pretentious people use when they can't explain themselves. Everyone laughs and he looks offended. Gallery fills up with people and she's networking like a pro. Watch her explain her design process to some pretentious art critic type. He's wearing a beret indoors, which should be illegal. The negative space here represents the void we fill with consumption. Interesting. And the color palette? Chosen to evoke nostalgia without being derivative. Derivative was my concern as well. Too many young designers simply recreate without innovating. I try to find the balance between homage and originality. We'll see. He walks away and she grabs my arm. Did I just bullshit a real art critic? You absolutely did. Did it work? He didn't seem impressed, but he also didn't seem unimpressed. Schrodinger's critique. Exactly. Her friend Jen comes over with champagne. This is incredible. I knew you could do it. We don't know if I did it yet. No sales. Sales aren't everything, says the woman with the trust fund. Rude, true, but rude. Sorry, I'm nervous. Don't be. Everyone here loves your work. Halfway through the night, someone buys 3 pieces. Claire nearly cries. Someone bought my work. Multiple someones bought multiple works. This is real. Very real. I'm a real artist. You were always a real artist. Now you're a selling artist. Even better. End of the night, she sold 7 pieces total and got 3 commission requests. I can't believe this happened. I can. You're talented. You have to say that. I really don't. I could lie and say you're mediocre. Would you? Never. She kisses me, and Marcus fake gags. Get a room. We have a room. It's called our apartment. Disgusting. I love it. Later she admits she made most of that up. The void of consumption? I panicked. He was wearing a beret indoors. Fair response to beret indoors. Right? Who does that? Art critics, apparently. They're a different species. Agreed. Year into dating, and we're basically living together at this point. She's at my place most nights. My roommate doesn't even question it anymore. Your soulmate here again? She practically lives here now. Should probably make it official then. What, like ask her to move in? Crazy idea, I know. We've only been together a year. Because of autocorrect destiny. Not you too. Bring it up to Claire one night. So my roommate thinks you should officially move in. Oh? Since you're here all the time anyway. Is this your way of asking? I'm floating the idea. Floating it like a trial balloon or like a commitment? Somewhere in between. That's vague. I'm a programmer. Vagueness is my comfort zone. Fine. Yes, I'll move in. but only because we're soulmates. Had to ruin it. Never. Start apartment hunting because my current place is too small for 2 people. First place we look at is a disaster. It smells like something died. The listing said cozy. Cozy is realtor for tiny and possibly haunted. The price is good because it's a crime scene. You don't know that. I can feel the bad energy. Now you sound like one of your friends. Your point? Second place is better, but the landlord is weird. No pets, no overnight guests, no loud noises after 7 p.m. 7 p.m., that's when dinner is. Quiet dinner. What about TV? Headphones. This is insane. We leave immediately. Why would anyone live like that? Some people value quiet. Some people value life. He values neither. Third place is actually perfect. 2-bedroom, good light, kitchen big enough for both of us. This is nice. It's above our budget. Not by much. By enough. But look at the light. Perfect for my studio. You're supposed to be the practical one here. I'm being practical. Good light equals better work equals more income. That's rationalization. That's forward thinking. We take it anyway. My roommate is sad to see me go. Who's going to explain technology to me now? Google. Google doesn't have your patience. Google has infinite patience. It's a search engine. Not the same. You'll survive. Debatable. Moving in together is chaos. She has so many art supplies and design books. Where are all these going? Around. We'll make it work. We have a finite amount of space. Space is a construct. Space is literally the only thing that isn't a construct. You're no fun. I'm practical. Same thing. We spend 3 days organizing everything. She wants the second bedroom as her studio. Fine, but I'm using part of it for my desk. Deal. We'll share the creative space. I write code. That's not creative. Coding is absolutely creative. You're solving problems with logic. That's the nicest thing you've said about my job. I have my moments. First night in the new place, and we're eating pizza on the floor. We should buy furniture. Furniture is expensive. So is back pain from sitting on floors. Fair point. Tomorrow we hit IKEA. I hate IKEA. Everyone hates IKEA, but everyone shops at IKEA. That's the trap. Exactly. IKEA trip is exactly as miserable as expected. Why is this place designed like a maze? To make you see everything. I don't want to see everything. I want a couch. But look at these lamps. We don't need lamps. We might need lamps. We have lights in the ceiling. Ambiance, though. Ambiance is a scam. End up buying a couch, coffee table, 3 lamps we don't need, and like 40 other things. How did this happen? IKEA happened. We came for a couch, and we got a couch, plus necessary items. Define necessary. These plant pots are necessary. We don't have plants. Not yet. You're impossible. You love it. Unfortunately, assembling IKEA furniture tests our relationship. This instruction manual makes no sense. It's pictures. How hard can it be? These pictures are lies. You're a software developer. You solve problems. Code has logic. This has chaos. 3 hours later, the couch is assembled, but questionable. Is it supposed to lean like that? I don't think so. Did we skip a step? Probably. Should we take it apart and start over? Absolutely not. It's structurally sound enough. Enough? It'll hold us. What if it collapses? Then we'll know I was wrong. Comforting. Sit on it gently and it holds. See? Perfect. It's crooked. It has character. It has poor construction. Same thing. End up reorganizing the entire apartment. She turns the spare room into a studio space. Walls covered in prints and sketches. This is very you. That's the point, soulmate. Still doing that. Forever. Living together is surprisingly easy. We have a good rhythm. She works during the day. I work from home sometimes. Evenings we cook together and watch anime or play video games. We should try that new RPG everyone's talking about. The one that's like 80 hours long? Yeah. You want to commit to 80 hours of gaming together? We're soulmates. We have time. There it is. 2 years in and her parents visit. They've heard the Typo story and think it's hilarious. So you really did call her your soulmate by accident? Autocorrect did. I was innocent. Sure you were. Her dad is this quiet guy who says maybe 5 words the whole dinner. Her mom talks enough for both of them. Claire tells us you're very practical. I try to be. And she's very not practical. I'm sitting right here, Mom. It's a compliment. You need someone grounded. I'm grounded. You believe in astrology. Astrology is fun. Astrology is nonsense. Her dad finally speaks. Everyone turns to look at him. Just saying, but if it makes her happy. He shrugs and goes back to eating. Later, Claire pulls me aside. They love you. Your dad said 5 words. Exactly. That means he approves. If he didn't, he'd say nothing. That's the same thing. It's really not. Year 3, and I'm starting to actually think long term. Like marriage and forever type long term. Which is crazy because I never thought that way before. Blame the constant soulmate propaganda. Talk to my friends about it. I think I'm going to propose. To soulmate girl? Yeah. About time. You two are disgustingly happy. Thanks. Get a nice ring. She's a designer. She'll judge. Great. More pressure. Spend weeks looking at rings. Claire mentioned once she likes vintage styles. Find this Art Deco ring that feels perfect. Now just need to figure out how to propose. She'd probably want something meaningful. Or something referencing the typo. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Plan the proposal for a Saturday morning at the same coffee shop where we met. Tell her I want to recreate our first date for the anniversary. That's sweet and suspicious. Can't I just be romantic? You're never just romantic. You're planning something. Maybe I'm planning to tell you you're right about something. Now I know you're up to something. Get to the coffee shop and order the same drinks from 3 years ago. Sit at the same table even. This is nice. Nostalgic. Yeah. Pull out my phone and show her a text I pre-wrote. It says, Soulmate, will you marry me? No autocorrect this time. Fully intentional. Her face goes through about 6 emotions. Is this? Are you? Pull out the ring and get down on one knee. I'm making it official. You were right. It was fate. She's crying now. You're just saying that. Maybe. But I'm also saying I love you and want to spend forever with my soulmate. You finally admit it. Don't make me take it back. Yes, obviously yes. Put the ring on and she's still crying. You planned this whole thing. I'm practical, remember? Practically perfect. Was that a Mary Poppins reference? Maybe. Kiss her and everyone in the coffee shop applauds. Didn't realize people were watching. This is embarrassing. This is perfect. Call her parents from the car. Her mom screams so loud I have to hold the phone away. I knew it. I told your father. Didn't I tell you? Her dad in the background. You told me. When's the wedding? We literally just got engaged. Start planning. I'll send you venue options. Mom, we need time to. No time. Only wedding. She hangs up. Your mom is intense. She's been waiting for this since I introduced you. That was 2 years ago. Exactly. She's very patient. Planning a wedding with Claire is exactly as chaotic as expected. She has opinions about everything. We need a signature cocktail. Do we, though? Yes. It represents us. How does a drink represent us? I don't know yet, but it will. End up with a drink called the autocorrect. It's vodka, elderflower, and champagne. Tastes terrible, but the name is funny. She designs all the invitations herself. They're these beautiful minimalist things with our story subtly incorporated. Is that a phone keyboard in the background pattern? You noticed. It's very you. It's very us. Her mom wants to invite everyone she's ever met. We're thinking small wedding. Small? How small? Like 50 people. That's not a wedding. That's a dinner party. Exactly our point. I have 80 people from my side alone. Then we need to cut. Cut family? Cut distant cousins we've never met. Family is family. This argument goes on for 3 weeks. Finally compromise at 75 people. Claire's mom is still unhappy but accepts it. Fine, but I'm inviting my book club. Your book club is 12 people. They're important to me. We're over the limit now. That's your problem. Wedding planning is basically negotiating with terrorists. Venue hunting is another nightmare. First place is too expensive. $20,000 for the space alone? It's historic. It's robbery. Second place is perfect but booked for the next 2 years. We could wait 2 years? Or we could change our date. I like our date. Then we can't have this venue. This is frustrating. Welcome to wedding planning. Finally find a botanical garden that works. Indoor-outdoor space, reasonable price, available in 8 months. This is the one. You sure? Look at the light, perfect for photos. Everything comes back to light with you. Light is everything. Fair enough. Book it immediately before someone else does. Her mom cries when she sees the venue. It's beautiful, right? Your father and I got married in a parking lot. That's romantic? It was practical, but this is much better. Glad you approve. I don't approve, I love it. Same thing, but okay. Wedding is small, just close friends and family. My vows are about how autocorrect changed my life. Hers are about how she knew immediately I was special. Even through a phone screen, I could tell. You couldn't tell anything, you just decided. Same thing. Everyone laughs. Kiss my wife, and it hits me that this all started with a typo. Mrs. Autocorrect. Don't start. Too late. Reception is at the same venue. Her friends set up a photo booth with props. There's a fake phone with Soulmate written on it. Your friends are ridiculous. They're sentimental. Same thing. Exactly. First dance is to some indie song she picked. I don't know this song. That's because you have terrible music taste. I have practical music taste. You listen to video game soundtracks. Video game soundtracks are valid. They're background music. So is this. This is our wedding song. Then I'll learn to love it. Good answer. Her dad gives a surprisingly emotional speech. Claire has always been particular about things. Her mother says stubborn. I say particular. When she told me about the typo, I thought she was making it up. But then I met you and realized she found someone equally particular. So thank you for being particular enough for my daughter. Everyone applauds, and Claire is crying. Dad never gives speeches. That was really nice. He loves you. I love him too. Good, because you're stuck with us now. Gladly. Party goes until 2 a.m. Her friends are dancing to increasingly weird music. Is this techno? It's experimental. It's noise. Experimental noise. That's not a genre. Everything is a genre if you commit. Finally leave for our hotel. We're married. We really are. That's insane. Completely insane. Worth it though. Very worth it. Even with the soulmate thing, especially because of the soulmate thing, you finally admit it. Don't push your luck, wife. I like the sound of that. Wife? Yeah, me too. 5 years after the typo, and we're talking about kids. Should we? That's vague. Kids. Should we have kids? Oh, that's less vague. So, I think maybe yes. Maybe. Definitely maybe. That's still vague. I'm working through it. She makes a pros and cons list. Actually, multiple lists. You're overthinking this. This is a human life. I should overthink it. Fair point. End up deciding to try. 6 months later, she's pregnant. Soulmate, I have news. You're pregnant. How did you know? You've been crying at cat videos for a week. They're very emotional. They're cats sitting in boxes. Exactly. Pregnancy is an adventure. She has the weirdest cravings. I need pickles and ice cream. That's not a real thing people actually want. It is now. Go. It's midnight. Soulmate. Fine. 3 a.m. trips to 24-hour grocery stores become normal. She's also somehow more chaotic pregnant. Reorganizes the entire apartment at 2 a.m. Why are you moving furniture? Nesting. That's not nesting. That's insanity. Same thing when pregnant. Can't argue with pregnant logic. Second trimester, she decides she needs to learn woodworking. Why woodworking? I want to build the crib myself. They sell cribs. Safe. Tested, non-homemade cribs. But those don't have emotional value. They have safety value. I'll be safe. I'll watch YouTube tutorials. That's not how safety works. You doubt my abilities? I doubt everyone's abilities when power tools are involved. She does build the crib, and it's actually pretty good. Wobbly, but good. See, I told you. I'm impressed and terrified. Perfect combo. Third trimester, and she's over it. I'm huge. I'm uncomfortable. I want this baby out. Only 6 more weeks. 6 weeks is forever. Time is relative. Time is my enemy. That too. Her emotions are everywhere. Cries at a commercial about dogs. Why are you crying? The dog found his family. It's an ad for dog food. It's beautiful. It's capitalism. Let me have this. Fair enough. We're watching TV and she suddenly grabs my hand. I'm scared. About labor? About everything. What if I'm a bad mom? You're not going to be a bad mom. You don't know that. I know you. You overthink everything, which means you'll overthink parenting, which means you'll be great. That's circular logic. But it's true. What if the baby doesn't like me? Babies don't have preferences beyond food and sleep. What if she cries all the time and I can't fix it? Then we'll figure it out together. That's the deal. The soulmate deal? The partnership deal. Same thing. You finally admit it. Don't push your luck. We set up a nursery in what used to be her studio. She designs everything herself. Space theme? Too obvious. Ocean theme? Too wet. What does too wet mean? I don't know, but it's wrong. Eventually settles on this abstract geometric thing. Looks like a modern art museum for babies. This is perfect. It's very you. It's very us. The baby might hate it. The baby has no taste yet. We're shaping her taste. That's not how babies work. It's how our baby will work. Daughter is born on a Tuesday at 3 a.m. Labor is 18 hours of pure chaos. Claire curses me out for getting her pregnant. This is your fault. Technically, it's both our faults. Do not start. Right, sorry. My fault entirely. Thank you. They hand her to me, and I immediately panic. She's so small. That's how babies work. What if I break her? You won't break her. What if I do, though? Then we'll fix her. We're resourceful. That's not how babies work. You're the one who said you'd break her. Claire holds her and starts crying. She's perfect. She really is. We made a person. We really did. That's insane. Completely insane. Name her Stella because Claire loves space and it means star. Plus, it works in multiple languages. You're planning for her to be multilingual? I'm planning for possibilities. She's 2 hours old. Never too early to plan. First few weeks are chaos. No sleep, constant feeding, baby screaming at random hours. Why is she crying? I don't know. She won't tell me. Very helpful, soulmate. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep across 3 days. Same. We're a disaster. A beautiful disaster. Still a disaster. 3 a.m. feeding and we're both zombies. Remember when we used to sleep? Vaguely, like a distant dream. I miss sleep. Sleep misses you too. That doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. Fair. Stella starts smiling at 6 weeks. First real smile, and Claire loses it. She smiled at me. Babies smile. But she smiled at me specifically. You're her mom. She's supposed to smile at you. This is different. This is recognition. If you say so. I do say so. Can't argue when she gets emotional. We survive the newborn phase somehow. Claire is amazing with her. Watch her sing to the baby, and it hits me. This is my family. Started with a typo, ended with everything. What are you thinking about? How we got here? Autocorrect and poor judgment? Autocorrect and perfect judgment. You're getting soft. I'm getting honest. Same thing. Maybe. Daughter is 2 now, and she's a tiny version of Claire. Opinionated about everything. No. You have to eat your vegetables. No. They're good for you. No. She gets this from you. She gets this from being 2. She gets the stubbornness from you specifically. I prefer determined. Stubborn. She refuses to wear anything that isn't her Totoro shirt. You have other shirts. Totoro. Totoro is dirty. Want Totoro. How about the nice dress Grandma bought? Totoro. She gets the drama from you too. I'm not dramatic. You cried at a dog food commercial. I was pregnant. You cried at a coffee ad last week. It was emotional coffee. It was Folgers. Our apartment is covered in toddler toys and art supplies. Claire teaches her to draw. She's actually pretty good for a 2-year-old. Is this daddy? Shows me a drawing that looks like a potato with legs. That's amazing. That's not a compliment, is it? It's very abstract. She's 2. Abstract for a 2-year-old. Put it on the fridge anyway. She draws me as a potato at least once a week. Why am I always a potato? You're potato-shaped. I'm not potato-shaped. Round and soft. Potato. That's mean. That's accurate. You're enjoying this. Very much. Stella starts talking in full sentences and it's dangerous. Mommy says you're grumpy in the morning. Mommy is correct. Why you grumpy? Because I don't like mornings. That's silly. Many things are silly. You silly? Sometimes. Mommy says you silly all the time. Mommy talks too much. Claire laughs from the kitchen. I heard that. You were meant to. 7 years after the typo. Sitting on the couch with Claire and our daughter between us. Watching some animated movie for the millionth time. You ever think about how this all started? With you calling me soulmate? With autocorrect ruining my life? Improving your life? Same thing. Not the same thing. She leans against me. Would you change it? If you could go back? And fix the typo? Yeah. Think about it for a second. Nah, autocorrect knew what it was doing. Told you. Fate. Or just really aggressive predictive text. Fate. Fine, fate. She kisses me, and our daughter makes a disgusted face. Ew, gross. You'll understand when you're older. Never. Definitely someday. Never, ever. She gets that from you too. She gets that from being a kid. Sure, soulmate. Still doing that. Forever. Can't imagine it any other way. Stella is 4 now and asking about how we met. Daddy made a mistake with his phone. What mistake? He accidentally told me we were soulmates. What's soulmates? People who are meant to be together. Like mommy and daddy? Exactly like mommy and daddy. So the phone was smart? Claire laughs. The phone was very smart. Smarter than daddy? Much smarter. Hey, I'm sitting right here. We know. This is bullying. This is family bonding. Same thing. Exactly. Sometimes at night, after Stella is asleep, we sit on the balcony. Think we'll have another one? Another kid? Yeah, maybe. You want another? I don't know. 1 is already chaos. 2 would be organized chaos. That's an oxymoron. That's parenting. Fair point. Let's see how 4-year-old goes first. Agreed. We sit there in comfortable silence. 7 years and we still fit. I love you, soulmate. I love you too, even if you never let me forget the typo. Never ever. Figured as much. It's our origin story. Most people have normal origin stories. Normal is boring. And we're? Perfectly weird. I'll take it. Our 10th anniversary approaches and she's planning something. What are you planning? Nothing. You're terrible at lying. I'm excellent at lying. You're just observant. What's the plan? It's a surprise. I hate surprises. No, you don't. You hate bad surprises. What's the difference? Mine are always good. Confident. Accurate. Anniversary day, and she takes me back to the coffee shop. Same table, same drinks, same spot where it started. This is sweet. I'm sentimental. You are. She pulls out her phone and shows me something. A text that says, "Still my soulmate?" No autocorrect needed this time. Always. Good answer. 10 years of practice. Worth it? Every single day. Even when I'm chaotic? Especially then. Good, because I'm not changing. Wouldn't want you to. Perfect. That feeling when autocorrect accidentally tells the truth. That feeling when a typo changes your entire life trajectory. That feeling when someone believes in fate enough for both of you. That feeling when you stop fighting destiny and just accept it. That feeling when your wife still calls you soulmate 7 years later. That feeling when your kid draws you as a potato and you frame it. That feeling when 10 years later, you're still grateful for that one mistake. That feeling when the best relationships start with the worst predictive text. My face when I tried to say sure and ended up with everything. My face when the universe worked through my phone's autocorrect. My face when the typo was the best mistake I ever made.
Autocorrect changed my life that day. Soulmate, that's what I meant to say. Texting a girl I barely knew. Meant to type sure, but autocorrect came through. Phone said soulmate and sent it away. She wrote back, I feel it too that day. Tried to explain it was a mistake, but she said the universe don't make errors like that. It's all a sign. Now she calls me soulmate all the time. She thinks I'm her soulmate because of a typo. One wrong word and now I can't let go. From coffee dates to our wedding day, that her favorite gag. Met her friends, they all knew the tale. You're the Typo guy without fail. She made a spreadsheet of what we like. Said compatibility, we're alike. Every coincidence she calls fate. Every shared interest seals our state. I said, that's not how phones work. She said, that's not how destiny works. She thinks I'm her soulmate because of a typo. Built a whole life on one word's flow. From her gallery show to our baby girl, that mistake became our whole world. Yeah, she thinks I'm her soulmate, calls me that still. 10 years gone by and I love the thrill. Started as chaos, ended as truth. That typo's got proof. Propose with a text, same word displayed. Soulmate, I wrote, no autocorrect played. She cried and said, you finally admit. I said, maybe the phone always knew it. Our daughter asked how we met one night. Daddy's phone was very bright. Claire tells her about the cosmic plan. I just smile and hold her hand. She thought I'm her soulmate because of a typo. Best mistake that my phone could throw. From that first text to forevermore, that autocorrect opened the door. Yeah, she knows I'm her soulmate, I know it too. Started with a glitch, but the feeling's true. Fought against fate, now I believe. Best typo I'll ever receive. Thanks autocorrect for sealing our fate.